Alright, welcome back to Little Bend Ranch. So, it's finally above like sub-zero. So, I don't know, it's 30-some, 40-some, something like that. Sunshine, it's supposed to get up to 50 today. But we made a mess up in the one side of our field of a lot of trees leaned over. So today I'm going to take the opportunity while it's not below zero and get the firewood picked up and see if I can get some of the brush picked up. We'll go from there. Alright, so we're actually on, can you guess what we're on? But just by that sound right there. There it is again. I'll give you a hint. Farmall. And then we all got the hay wagon hooked to it. So, what my plan is, I'm going to come down here, grab that four-wheeler that's over there. Because that four-wheeler's got, they're hauling sheds by right now. So, wide load car go by and it didn't make much sense to me, so. But anyways, I'm gonna grab that four-wheeler and we'll go up in the woods. Well, I had this Jubilee running. That's not a good sign. I put gas in it. That should be on. Hard telling. We got a carburetor kit coming for this because the choke linkage, the linkage itself is wore out. So I got a carburetor kit coming for this thing and something else that I can't remember. So I use this to mow lawn. But anyways, I was in here. I fired up the MTA because that was the next one in. Just gonna back it outside to let her dry out. And as you can tell, they're a little wet in here. There's nothing leaking out from underneath us, so we're doing good so far. Only one quit. Yeah, so let's back this thing up. I'm gonna leave the door open. Let's see if I can get the other door open. I think that Jubilee just re-quit. The H is still running. See the exhaust cap, and I think the Jubilee quit. Yeah, it sounds like it did. Yeah, I can see the fan. I don't know why that thing's quitting now. I don't know. Like I said, the carburetor's actually just plain wore out. Actually, let's shut this thing off right here. Shut the switch off in that Jubilee. Oh, probably should shut the gas off too while I'm thinking of it. Otherwise, I'll have to put more in it. Switch is off. Let's see if I can get these doors open. So got some sun and some air in here and try to see if we can get these tractors dried out some. Because they are wet. They are really wet. I mean, but that's the name of the game in this state. Oh. God, you think I'm 100. Oh, I remember this being fun now. Gotta reach your hand down in here. Get that popped up. There she goes. I should have unlocked that while I was down there. Can't imagine they're that built up with snow on the outside. There she's going. We're trying to at least. think that's all that one's gonna go. This one should open. There. Let her get some air for a little while, because they are wet. Looks neat, don't it? Hopefully you can see something. So let's go take that four-wheeler up in the woods, or up on the side of the field, I should say. And yeah. This is what you call, I'm a fat guy. I don't walk anywhere. Oh. You can see we cleaned that hedgerow up because it was hanging way out in the field. The pine tree that was there had knocked a couple big branches off, so it was time to just get it all cleaned up. Say they have a four-wheeler come with you so you don't have to walk anywhere. Hopefully it's not too muddy, because I'd like to get some of these picked up. I'm just getting them over there. That's all I'm doing. My plan is the excavator sitting up there, because we got this whole row. God, this is loud. This whole row to do, that where it jots in right there in that field. Already done most of that. There's a little bit on the edge going up there and coming back out here. Not a whole lot. A lot up through there. We're going to take down a bunch of trees up through there. And then, as you can tell, we started over here too, just to see how it was going to go. I want to get the logs picked up and down there first, and then we'll do the brush after. As you can tell, like, that's all firewood, but these are actual saw logs for Dad, so on sawdust and sacks. I tried to keep them pretty separate. That's our firewood, a couple saw logs up there. this thing in a lower gear, shut her off there. I guess I could have left that wagon a little bit back further. Let's shove all these forward a little bit. There was a car just parked down there I was looking at, but he's gone now. And most of the time when you're doing this type of stuff, I got the it's a grapple. I think it's 18-inch. Just a fixed grapple. It goes instead of the bucket. It's not a rotating grapple. Some of these you have a hard time grabbing. And most of the time when you're doing this type of stuff, I use that. But when you're doing as much, I've been doing a lot of dirt digging this time because we're moving stumps, digging out little trees and that type of stuff. Sometimes you just can't beat the old digging bucket. 18-inch, really? Some pieces I swear are just there just to piss you off. Alright, let's grab this little chunk, set this off to the side, and I'll pile this on after. Bump her up a little bit in RPM. And the thing is with this excavator, with the cab in this type of muddy conditions, I always like to try to watch, because I don't want to get the cab too dirty, you know what I mean? It's a nice machine and I don't want to scum it up. So you just got to be real easy on your feet, try not to pound through the mud and get in the cab. That one's long enough. Wow, that's long. I think that'll might sit there if we do this. That one's long. Good thing we're not going too far. I would like to know, I'm obviously not a firewood channel like my dad is at Sawdust and Sap. If you want to go check out some firewood, go check out his channel. I'll link in the description for it. But I would like to know how much firewood everyone's gone through this winter. I will say we have gone through our fair share of firewood. And like a piece like this, where it's always been one of them things that it's where do you stop with the little stuff? When we only had the tractor and grapple, we wouldn't hardly deal with any of this because it was too much work. But with the excavator, it makes it easier, and you take a round, small log like this, and you start blocking it down, and don't even split, just have round chunks. It just helps last overnight. But it's more of a pain in the ass to deal with all the time. But with an excavator, it just does make it easier, that's for sure. Grab this little chunk. I'm not going to load her overly heavy because we are going downhill and we are on a Farmall H, which is scary enough as it is. Let's catch that. Scary enough, I'm driving a Farmall H. I swear to God I'm losing it. I swear to God I must be losing it. Well, if I probably can grab all of them right now too. Unless I had a rock in the track or something. She really popped right there. Yeah, I think I can grab these. Try to get 2 of them at a time to make the track back and forth worth it. Now, a lot of people will say you're never supposed to move an excavator. It's supposed to sit still and you're never supposed to track it around. I can say with honesty, my feet hardly ever come off the control. So I run the tracks with my feet, and the machine really doesn't ever stop moving for me. That's just the way I do it when we're doing this type of logs. Got that pieces out there. Hey, it did stay. Let's grab this, shove this one on a little bit further. Again, cut that one long enough. This H is really pretty good. This is from the Booskies up there. And this H does not pop out of any gear. It's really a pretty good H. It just makes no horsepower. I really think if you had a good strong arm, I think you could outpower that H. It is kind of sad that way. A little too far back. I was wondering about that. How much further up can I go with the seat? By the time I grab that one, get this one set up on there, that should all stay pretty good. If not, it's only me in front of it, right? Yeah, this one was a chunk. I do remember that. That's a lot of nice firewood in this one. There, that'll help hold them all down. And I'm actually gonna track this thing back down to the next set of firewood logs, which looks like they're down there. And we'll go back up and get the H. Let's go third. Maybe that one's away from the tire enough now. One thing about this H is it has really good brakes. I don't know if they fixed them back in the day or not, but it really does have pretty good brakes that way. Not that the brakes are probably going to help much on a day like today. You hit them too much, they're just going to skid the tire in the muck, but we're just going nice and easy down the hill. All the gears in this transmission seem really pretty good, but really third gear. I know in the other H that the transmission is getting a little worn fifth. You have to kind of hold her to help her stay in. I know third gear acts brand new because nobody uses third. It's reverse, first, fourth, and fifth are the most used gear. Hey, keep her still there, buddy. For then caught in a root and wasn't holding on to it as good as I should have been. So put her in third gear to come down the hill, just to make sure she does nothing stupid. Give her a little gas. Something I don't need any more of. Gas. Don't worry, I can make myself laugh. If you didn't laugh, I understand. This will be the test right here. If this is enough of a bank uphill, if she can pull it up through here in the mud. I think it will. It actually worked hour-wise harder than I thought it would. I thought it would work harder, whatchamacallit, traction-wise. And then let's put her in. Actually, we'll do reverse. I don't know what it is. This parking brake, I don't know how they did it, but it's gotten bent over the years. So the parking brakes really suck. So you shut it off and first to reverse, it don't go anywhere. This thing starts pretty damn good. So God, it's muddy. of the mud as much as possible and keep my feet clean. I've done pretty good so far. So my plan is I'm just going to keep parking skid steer like this, be able to drive the tractor probably right over the forks, as long as there's no long logs sticking out this way, but we'll figure that out when it happens. And I'll be able to step down just like this, step onto the fork, onto the drawbar, up on the H. I was seeing somebody talk in a video a while back about skid steers and they're so hard to get in and out of. I don't disagree. They are a pain, don't get me wrong. But that guy didn't have a set of walk-through forks. That was the best investment I ever did. Those Bobcat forks, they're the walk-through, as you can tell. They got the nice grip pieces as welded in there, and they just make your life 1,000 times easier with a skid steer. You don't have to worry about trying to climb up on the muddy tire to get through where it pinches there, get your foot stuck. You just step up in through. So that's my take on that. While I was there, I wanted to mention that. Well, I still know we're going up the hill in fourth gear, because it won't do fit. There's no way. Well, I did a couple loads without the camera because the camera died. The camera, I got you clipped up there on the top of the ROPS of the excavator here, top of the cab, whatever. And little thing was dying on the way up, so I had to let her charge a couple trips. And then I figured get a couple more of these in. Actually, I'm gonna have to shove these back a little bit if the machine will. I'll shove some of them. There we go. Yeah, this is actually working out pretty well. I just gotta not overload the H, let's say it like that. The last trip I put that one really big log on there that the excavator had a hard time picking up, and the skid steer actually had a hard time picking it up, so it was a big log. And she had to kind of heavy on the way down. Nothing, she didn't try to push or nothing, so I'm not disappointed in the H at all, honestly. And hey, log tried to roll off the trailer on me. Get up there, you can do it. Slide the trailer over to me a little bit. There we go. Pull the trailer to the angle I'm at, makes the logs load a lot easier. Shove it around. Perfect. These are actual saw logs. Mostly pine. There was a big pine tree we took down right here, and then I think 1 or 2 logs that we straightened up as a maple. But yeah, actually stayed. I didn't think it was going to. I'll take these down to the actual wood lot for him, unload these with the skid steer, and so far the way I've been doing it of parking the equipment as close as I can together and walking on the equipment back and forth, I have yet to get my feet muddy, because there's nothing I hate worse than mud. It's a part of life. I understand everybody's gonna laugh at me. I know, mud's a part of it, but God, I get sick of mud. That's the one thing I do appreciate about the real frozen weather is there's no mud, there's no dust, there's just snow. And snow is tolerable some days. Other days it's pain. But you can tell sometimes I'm trying to focus, I can't talk. But the snow, we were 24 below one morning, and it's kind of nice when it is that cold. I mean, it's pain and you know what, to keep everything warm, don't get me wrong, but when it's that cold, nothing's really super slippery. You can walk just like you're walking on a summer day. Well, maybe not the exact same, pretty close, but nothing super slippery. When it warms up and everything gets that slush to it, everything gets a little slippery. That's a good load of wood right there. Here, let me grab you. There we go. Yeah, that's a pretty good load right there. That's all I want to do with that H, though, I will say. Well, so it's later in the day now. I recorded as much as I could, and then you were going to see the same thing over and over and over again. So I decided just to get what I was getting done, and then I'd show you what I got done after, you know what I mean? So, as you can tell, I got all that brush is over there. All the logs that were down in this area are all gone. I got all the logs in general picked up, actually. Try to hold this as still as I can, not make you sick. Still got a lot of brush down through here to pick up, but I got all the logs cleaned up. It's starting to get cool now on this side of the trees because the sun's going down. So that's all picked up, and as you can tell, I got a load of brush on the wagon behind the H. That'll go up there where I just was with the excavator. All this brush is going to. Get her slowed down a little bit. All that brush is going to get hauled up there or taken up there with a grapple or something. It's all going up there somehow, wherever works out the easiest. So that's one of them, load the wagon, don't worry about the mule, all right? And I got quite the load of or pile, I should say, logs down here. Man, it's getting muddy. As you can tell, that's quite the pile of logs. That's all just firewood logs too. So I'll try it over and I'll show you the pile of saw logs. Yeah, so I don't know if this will quite come through in the video as much as there is, but there's a lot of saw logs there. So that should work out well for him. So I think we're probably gonna collect sap next. I don't know, that'll be it for this video. If you like this content, please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you staying right to the end. So yeah, I guess I'll catch you in the next one.